Show. We are back again. You might notice, the savvy of you might notice that I'm a different jacket. I'm trying to hustle it. We're absolutely hustling it. You guys might be thinking, oh my god, 2-Bit literally, like, he's there. He was there yesterday. That's not true. It's 48 minutes further on than the live stream you watched yesterday. Let me tell you, I've literally just done about 2.5 hours of live streaming to bring it to you. So it's absolutely crazy to think about, but I just have to reply to a message, do some admin at the same time. So there we go. But what do I want to talk about in this one? I'm trying to bring you something that I think could be worthwhile. Clearly, I can't talk about the price of Bitcoin. However, what's my prediction? 24,300 at the time in which this video goes out, or stroke live stream is my view. But we're going to talk a little bit about Bitcoin halving. What does it mean? How ultimately does it stack up versus the previous ones we've seen? Remember, we've currently had 3 halvings so far. What's halving? We'll talk about all of that, and equally what you need to know to make sure that you are best placed so that when we do get the Bitcoin halving next year, then, you know, us on this channel, you guys out there are absolutely ready to maximize the potential to make sure you make the most amount of money. But as ever, we've got the top 55 people, the same 55 that were in the last night. So again, apologies if you are not in the marbles races. We do this every single night. You need to join us every night, 9 p.m. GMT. It's 5 p.m. Eastern at the minute, and then get yourself in there. It's a great channel. It's a great community. We do super cool stuff on the live stream, so come and join us. We also talk serious stuff when we need to. Like I said, we're going to bring you in this video, but we'll get a couple of races done, and then we're back tomorrow night. So we're back for Sunday Fun Day. Make sure you come and join us, as all that good stuff. Make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, all of that, and hopefully this works. I'm not sure if this actually is going to work, if I'm totally honest, but we'll see. Here we go. Oh, yes. There we go. And just to prove, this is where I currently sit. Look, 25,000 is the current price for Bitcoin. Now, we'll take a look at that chart in just a second. But what does it all mean? How is the current Bitcoin halving cycle stacks up against the previous ones? Like I said, we've had 3 previous cycles that have gone through, and it's very interesting. I was actually stumbling across this, kind of wondering, I do want to understand a bit more about the halving, and really when you start to walk into this, it really showcases how cyclical Bitcoin is, how the crypto market does what it's always done before. It's kind of crazy when you look from a macro perspective what it actually does. But it says the current Bitcoin halving cycle continues to advance. Here's what the previous cycles look like at similar points in their lifespan. The latest Bitcoin cycle recently passed the 150,000 blocks milestone, and a halving is a periodic event where the Bitcoin mining rewards, that is the block rewards that miners receive for solving blocks, are cut in half. Now, if you take supply and demand as just the most basic and rudimental form of transactional business, then if you are producing less, then in theory the price should go up. That's just reality. That's just simple business, supply and demand. So the view from a lot of people ultimately is that when we halve the Bitcoin rewards, then the price should in theory go up. I think what we'll see, and you'll see again on this chart as we walk through it, you'll see a slight sell-off as people kind of try and maximize that higher price band, and then the price will start to go up as people hold on. Like I said, it says the block rewards are the amount of new BTC being created. Remember, 21 million will be the total and ultimate number of circulating supply of Bitcoin. Now, within that, there is obviously the guy that sold loads of pizzas, that bloke's hard drive that's still in the tip that he can't get. But it says so far Bitcoin has observed 3 halving events from 2012 November to 2016 in July, and also in May 2020, and the next such estimated is done in 2024. Remember, it's all on the number of blocks that are mined, that are solved. It says at the beginning of the reward for miner block was 50 BTC, but today, as all those halvings, miners are receiving just 6.25 BTC per block. And you think about the price back in 2012 versus the price now, you would argue again that it continues to rise. Such halvings are periodic. They are a popular way of mapping BTC cycles by using them as a start and end point. Analysis on Twitter have done the same and has compared the different cycles so far against each other. And this is where it gets very, very interesting, by the way. It says, here's the chart depicting this comparison. Now, if I try and just zoom in a little bit for you guys so you can see this chart a little bit easier. So what you've got here is halving 1, 2, and 3, and based upon the value and what it went to. You've also got these black dots you'll see here on the left hand side. These are ultimately where the all-time highs happen. Now, what you can say, number of blocks on the bottom, is it forms a very similar plan, the halving being here on this line on the left-hand side, and then what the chart does post that. So we see on all of the halvings, every single one without exception, the price increases drastically from the halving event. Halving 1 obviously saw a big spike up. Halving 2 and 3, not so much. However, just gets slightly more delayed. Again, you can see this top out on halving 1. Halving 2 and halving 3. So the charts, I think you can agree, are very, very, very similar in terms of kind of how they fall out. So if we were to make a prediction or an analysis, we would argue, if you base it on these three, that we will see the halving, we will see price run up. However, it's going to be a little bit longer, given that 2 and 3 were longer than 1. But what we can say with relative confidence, based on what we're looking at, is that we will see a relatively sharp increase in price. Well, there is much more to talk about in this. We will do that just after, and I can see you all doing hashtag marbles in the chat, which I know you're not. I assume I'm in the chat as well, so into a bit. Nice hoodie. We'll talk a bit about that, but let's get this first one over and done with. They were last night. That's where everyone sits, but let's get the community maps. Let's get the average time. Let's get a good one, and let's get ready to rumble. Advancing Cold Waters seems like the perfect race for us. It might even be like one of them is like, I see you, Fairground. Good see you, man. Here we go. Right, ready? Let's go, baby. Here we go. Drop it like so. You'll see again, look, nobody is watching me. I'm sat here on my own at 5 to midnight again. Still with some stuff to do. So I'm still going to be up for a little bit recording this live stream. So, man, I tell you what, it's a crazy world, isn't it? For me, it feels only a few minutes ago. For you, this is literally 2 days ago I was doing this. Absolutely ridiculous. Right, N for gains up there. Jay Burns it. Come on, Vern. Scottish Crypto is about to get vaulted, baby. Nazan's up there as well. 420. Philippe Philop just gets stuck. Shaman having a great run this week, Shaman. So you got your ass into some of the shows. Damien Mack making it happen. N for gains. Teddy Vinny. Come on, Teddy Vinny. Where's that pineapple juice? Make it happen, bro. Aldo's up there as well. Patrick Peckler making it happen. RH. Come on, Vern. We see you. Swamp. Gamehat. Remember, we don't do the NFT raises because that would be absolutely mental to try and do that at the same time as doing this. I would literally have to be some sort of mind-reading lunatic, which is just not the case, in fairness. So, but as everyone drops through, don't forget, we're going to go into the mixing bowl of doom. Who's going to walk away with it? As we look down the track, we see Pugamal there. Tooch, B. Ricky, Lauren Bab, the one and only, but Swamp, absolutely not fucking about right now. We got Scottish N for gains, Gain Hack. It's all about getting through this. Blazer X looks like he fancies it, but Swamp takes the win. Scottish RK06, Blazer N for gains, Game Hack, Jamie Judge, Ghost, and Legendary Vern, and M Kriegs dropping. They are your top 10. Congratulations, everybody, for that. Now, back to the Bitcoin halving. I do think this is actually pretty interesting, if you ask me. I'm just going to zoom back out, reset this so we can kind of see it. And get rid of this. So it says, as you can see the above graph, the different Bitcoin cycles so far have shown similar features, especially the previous and current ones share bizarre similarities. You can see literally the patterns and the spikes and the dips follow almost the exact same route. Pretty crazy. It says the tops of both cycles appear to have formed after a similar number of blocks have been created in the cycle. The halving 1 cycle saw this happen earlier, but not by too much. Nevertheless, the bear market bottoms in all 3 cycles have been closely timed occurrences, with the halving 2 and 3 cycles again sharing tighter timing. So definitely interesting to see exactly what that looks like. And again, a lot of people kind of, viewing kind of where it is. But it says, look, time right in this Bitcoin trading 24/6 up 11% on the week. So Bitcoin halving, we're going to talk a lot more as this kind of goes on and we work through the course of the next sort of 6 to 8 months as we move into 2024. That's when we're going to get the halving. But all in all, very interesting. And what we'll do is we'll start to run some analysis in terms of where those blocks are going to come. We'll keep tracking as that kind of walks through into next year, so that again we can be absolutely on the money when it comes to that opportunity. And again, you can kind of almost see it in here with these double tops from where we saw big run-ups. You see it down here as well, and equally down here as well, back in 2018. Unfortunately, TradingView doesn't go back all the way to 2012, but you can literally see where these spikes are, this being the most recent massive bull run that we had last year on the Bitcoin chart. So interesting, nearly 3% up actually after our live stream. So what else have we got to talk about that I think is worthwhile? Bitcoin dominance nears 50% as research hails bullish narrative flip. Now, this is a bit more nearer home. This is, very much looking in the short term over the course of the next kind of months sorry, next few weeks and months. But what we talk about, and I talk about this quite a bit, BTC dominance is so important to see what people are buying. Do they buy alts? Are they buying Bitcoin? Is money coming in? Is money going out? Really important to reference. I don't know, that was the worst cough I've ever had in my life. Bitcoin accounts for more than the total value of cryptocurrencies since the start of June 2022. The latest knock-on effect this week, surging above 26k data from TradingView shows Bitcoin market cap dominance nearly 46%. And that's why we are seeing such a stable price point at these slightly higher ones. Same with Ethereum, we're seeing a big amount of that. Alt's not moving quite as much. Same with DeFi. Seems like it's going up in the right direction. Volumes, though, do feel slightly down. There's almost 3% since the week ahead. Bitcoin dominance shows a trend-setting move by the largest crypto asset reminiscent of classic bull cycles. Every Bitcoin bull market has commenced with a spike in BTC dominance, as has every bear market. Markets commentator TED Talks Macro noted on March 15th. Accompanying chart showed as such dominance spikes tend to precede significant trend shifts in BTC price. So you can see here, this is the image that they put on. And again, the view there that actually we see the BTC dominance come in and then we see a price action on the back of it. So the spring, the retest, and then the move to the upside. So again, a lot of people kind of view on that. BTC dominance on full surge as expected using the Wyckoff accumulation schematic. So again, you can see there doing exactly the same as kind of comes up. Expect for Bitcoin dominance to come roaring back soon. Optimistic Bitcoin investor and research analysis Tua Dempster added earlier this week. Smart contracts, privacy high-speed transactions, issued assets after 14 years of maturation. All being built on Satoshi's granite foundation. Bitcoin is an open standard, that internet of all money. And again, remember, the banking issues we have at the minute, the crisis that's kind of happened is all playing out in terms of really looking to get new investors. That's ultimately how we get a bull run. We're not going to get a bull run by us lot buying a bit more. That's just not going to happen. Bull runs are massive FOMO, massive buys in from people that haven't done it, supported by huge institutional money. And that ultimately is going to come as retail significantly buys. Now, when we take a look at the charts and things like that, what we can say is retail comes in and buys and then retail sells. You know, right now, the retail investor is weak. The retail investor is looking ultimately to flip quick rather than long-term bullish. So once we see that change, we see BTC dominance come up, we see more and more people coming in to buy crypto as well as altcoins and Bitcoin, the institutional money plows in on top of it, and then we really will start to see a positive move and potentially we start to see the bull cycle. My view, though, as always, is I think it's too early. 2023 is not a bull run, for my opinion. Positive market sentiment, price movement up, absolutely, I could see that. 2024, that's when we're really going to start to see potentially another bull run. Do we see a super cycle like last year? I am not sure. I think we'd have to get a lot of market conditions right. We'd have to get a lot of mass adoption coming into the space. Is it out of the realms of possibility? Absolutely not. But is it kind of unlikely? I think so. I think so. But it says recent events further buying or buoying Bitcoin bulls after an allegedly impressive start to the year. Overall opinions on future performance are gradually flipping positive after a grim bear market. And that's the thing. We've gone, 12 to 14 months of aggressive recession and bear markets. Again, a lot of it depends. And you can see how fluctuating it is in terms of the retail investor, because we are so dependent on things like the FOMC meeting or even just any financial movement or discussion where regulation can be applied. We see the market pump or dump. It's simple as that. That tells me that it's ultimately a retail investment dream right now. But at the same time, if you're a trader, man, you are cleaning up and it's a real opportunity to maximize your potential profits. Like I said, we'll see how it all plays out. Clearly, this is not going to be up to date where you guys are. But look, 1.09 trillion. Remember, we were at $3 trillion institutional cryptocurrency market cap. Absolutely insane. So potentially a 3x from now still only puts us at a $75,000 Bitcoin, which probably feels quite comfortable in the realms of possibility. Same ways, we're just under a 5K on ETH. So lots of room to grow. You would argue we're probably a 4x away from all-time highs, probably putting us at 100K Bitcoin. I think is reasonable. Again, my view is 2024. Who knows? You'll all have your views. I know everyone in the channel has their views. I know that, you know, Samantha Barber, Lauren Barber have probably got views, as well as Pugamal, Swamp will have one, and Coochie Boy. And Brian Dowie's probably talking about fucking pink tacos again. But it's fine. Don't worry about it, Brian Dowie. I haven't forgot. Come in tomorrow night. And we're not going to talk about it. We're going to move on, but we'll see as it all plays out. Anyway, time is flying as it always does on these, especially when you're by yourself at midnight at your house talking weird nonsense. Time traveling, so to say. I kind of think about, like, what can I do that's kind of a bit weird that would be like crazy, but it would be something like, It would be something like, I don't know, if I type something in the chat, which is like, hi, I am writing this from 1703-2023 00003. Let's see if it comes up. Let's see if it comes up in the chat. I don't know if it will or not, but we'll see. Anyway, right, let's get some marbles. Let's get raised to. Remember, we're back tomorrow night, though. Sunday fun day. I can't wait. We're going to have some limited edition merch to give away because why not? We need to spread the word. I was hoping my merch would have arrived today, but unfortunately it hasn't. It probably means it's going to arrive while I'm not here, which is even worse because knowing our postal service like I do, it means they're probably just going to leave it outside and then my fucking Caroline t-shirt's going to be absolutely ruined, but such as life. Launching Air Blast. Let's get it. Let's get it. And then I am out of here to go and pack, get ready, get to bed, get up, get on it, and join the live stream once again tonight. Join the live stream last night while who knows? You know what I mean. Right, good luck, everybody. Here we go. What the actual... Oh, my God, it's over here. Look. What is this? What is this? This is going to be absolutely ridiculous. Here we go. Dixon Mac, James Nesler, Pugamal, John Pringle up there as well. Fairground, Magic Craig, Shoesmith, Blazer X. Oh, it's like E.T. That's Jurassic Park. I was literally going to do the E.T. thing, but I can't think what it is. I'll just show you Jurassic Park. They move in herds. I can't remember. How does the ET one go? I can't remember. I can't remember. Someone tell me how the ET theme goes. Jamie Judge, you'll probably know. Right, Dixon Mac, Pugamal, John Pringle, Shoesmith, DC, 888. Shoesmith being one of the top players at the minute. Also, Vern's up there, remember. We've also, I'm trying to think who else is up there as well. I don't know. We'll have a look at the end. But don't get caught on the weird spiky spinny things. Pugamal did. Shoesmith and John Pringle take a big hit there, as did Crypto Puppet. Fairground, but Dixon Mac not messing around as he does the... I don't know why it's why Jurassic Park springs to mind. I mean, it could be Jurassic Park. It looks like some random field somewhere, doesn't it? But Dixon Mac not messing about. John Pringle though in close quarters. Shoesmith trying to make it happen. It's going to be all around the mixers of doom. How do you cope? No, RH. No, that's not how you cope. Don't throw yourself off the side. That is never a good idea. Ghost, no! Ghost has gone. Disaster strikes. Blazer X coming out of nowhere, though. Wilkie's up there as well. Crypto Puppet. Brian Dowie's trying to make a move, as well as Dixon Mac. Blazer X. Fairground. It's going to be close. Fairground moves into the lead. Who takes the win? Oh, the win's there. Who's going to get it? Looks like it's Fairground. Fairground. Brian Dowie's in there as well. Blazer X coming in fifth. Hunter, Dixon, Mac, M-Crease, Kamal, and Magic Craig going to round out your top 10 as everyone else piles through. I think we've got most people at this end, so we can get across, take up the leaderboard. Remember, Sunday Fun Day coming tomorrow night. As ever, it's going to be pretty epic. I cannot wait. Swamp there. Holmes not doing great. Vern, I don't know what happened. Teddy Vinny had a great week. Doesn't look like your pre-recorded sessions are the best. But Stardog, Stu, Angel, a disaster. Don't worry about it. Sandor, Shippers. Come on, bro. Beat him, Sandor. Oh, the race there for 53rd place. Angel and Stu going to bring it right at the very end. The race menu. Let's take a look at exactly how it all panned out. What does the scoreboard look like going into tomorrow night, Sunday Fun Day, where we're going to take a look in 3, 2, 1. Wilkie! Oh, shit! Wilkie just somehow gets to the front. Fairground, Mark Everest, Brian Dowie with his pink tacos, Swamp, Teddy Vinny, Vern, Dixon, Shoesmith, Blazer X going to round out your top 10s. Boy, is it going to be a crazy Sunday Fun Day. Well, I absolutely cannot wait. I'll be traveling back beforehand, so bear with me. What I won't be doing, though, like I said yesterday, is falling asleep. But what do we talk about? Bitcoin halving. We're going to talk a little bit more about that over the course of this year, for sure. Could be a real opportunity to make some big money swinging Bitcoin. Remember, Bitcoin will move, alts will go afterwards. Likewise, BTC dominance starting to build. Does it signify a positive movement in Bitcoin coming very soon? Well, time's going to tell, but you know we're going to be here for it. So subscribe to the channel, leave a like, all of that good stuff. And again, thank you so much for coming to join on these. Hope they're worth it. Hope you think they're worth it. And if they're ever not, please, by all means, tell me and we can change up some content, do some things slightly different as ever. Thank you so much. Have a great day. And I'll see you all back here tomorrow night, 5 p.m. Eastern, 9 p.m. GMT, Sunday Fun Day. Have a great day. See you soon. Bye-bye.